Okay, we're back. I have sewed the signatures together on the machine. We already have the holes in the signature. Then what I did is I used the template. I just put these together and made sure they're all nice and squared away and marked the one side of this so that I can go back here with my chopper and, excuse my head, I need to see the hole and I can't. And we're gonna chomp. I'm trying to chomp through both signatures at the same time. And there we go. There's one. Excuse my head again. There's two. Flip it around. And barely mark these. There's three. And there are the holes. A little bit off center from where I did the sewing, but that's okay. Perfectly imperfect. Now, let's take a look to see if which one we want to, does it matter which one we put first and which one we put second? They're actually both facing the same way, so that doesn't matter. So this one has, fold it open. Here we have this one. And let's see what about this one. This one you immediately have a journaling space. Let's put this one first. Right. Let's put this one first. I bet that's going to come back to bite me that they're not directly over the stitching, because this is how they're folding. They're going to be, well, we'll see. Now, for, what am I going to use? For your thread, you could use anything. You could use twine. You can use embroidery floss, heavy embroidery floss. I have all different kinds of things. You just want to make sure that it is thick and strong enough. Oh, I'm caught down here. There we go. So what I use, although I do have all different kinds of things, is I have this spool of crocheting thread. And that is what I am going to use. Let's make sure. So 3 times, hold on. I need to put this into a ball. It should be easier to do than that. So I do 3 times the length. 1, 2, 3. There's 1. That's just so that I have enough when it comes time to tie it off that I can do that. 1, 2, 3. And cut that down. And I just use my embroidery needles to do this. Now, because the signatures are sewn together, I do not need to be using paper clips or anything to keep them together while I sew them in. Now, of course, if I could just get the needle threaded. Should probably use one that has a little bit of a bigger eye, like a darning needle or something. Okay, there we go. There it is. Which one did I say was going to be the front? This one's going to be the back. I always sew in the back first. Don't know why, I just do. So I go in from the inside. It depends on where you want your knot to be. If you want your knot to be on the inside, then start on the inside. If you want your knot and therefore your threads to be dangling on the outside, then start on the outside. Now we're using an odd number of holes here, so 3 holes. Like I said, some people use 5 holes. So again, for an odd number of holes, you start on the side where you want your knot to be. So let's just pull that down in the top one. So you start at the middle, and then when you pull it up through the top hole here, you're going to go all the way down to the bottom. I probably should have another hole in here. That's a pretty wide space. Let me see how secure I can get this. And then back through the middle again. And when you go back through the middle hole here, you want the thread on the opposite side, like that. So that, because when you knot it, you want this thread in the middle when it's knotted. Now, you want to make sure you pull it tight. I probably should have put that center hole just down a little bit further. Pull it tight, make sure it's taut on the inside. See, this is very loose here on the outside, so I don't know which thread that is. It's this one. I just want to make sure they're all nice and snug. You know what? I think I'm going to have to put in another hole here. 2 more holes. I'm going to have to put in 2 more holes. All right, let's take this out. Oops. Let's go back to our template. And we said we wanted 2 more holes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's put it here. Now, I've never done 5 before, so this will be a live and learn for both of us. Let's punch the holes to mark it. Okay, let's come back here, and this is where this is helpful. We line this up to where we chopped it. That's the top, that's the bottom. Chop it there, chop it there. Also, while we're marking, there's the top, there are those holes. Hang on, make sure the line is even. Chop it here and chop it here. Okay. And let's see if this is going to work. Using my chopper. It takes less effort. If I was using an awl, I would have to use a bit of elbow grease, which is fine, but this is easier. So let's make sure I have the tops with the tops and the bottoms with the bottoms. Make sure it's all lined up again. My holes are all lined up. And here we go. There and there. And let's try it again. Did I take the string off the needle? I probably did. Why did I do that? I didn't need to do that. Here's the thread. There's the needle. And let's try this again. Now, the same principle applies, right? Where It's an odd number. And you should always do an odd number, because if you did an even number, having trouble. If you did an even number, your inside, your one tail and the other tail would not be on the same side, unless you did some other kind of. All right, so I don't know how to do this. Let's just figure it out as we go. So leave a tail there, just weave it in and out. So I went in this second hole from top. I'm coming back in the top hole. There we go. Making sure I'm on the, okay. Then I'm going to skip down one to the middle, skip down in the back. I hope this is the way this is supposed to be done. Let me think. I don't know. What do you think? If I go down here, then that'll be, all right, let's undo this one. Not all that great in math, so how about if I go back in, okay, this one. No, I don't think that's going to do it either. All right, how about if we start in the middle hole? I know, I'm sorry, a lot of dead air there. I'd make a lousy radio. Whoops, wrong one. I'd make a lousy radio DJ with all that dead air. I need to learn how to think out loud. So if I go in here, go out to the top one, so I go from the middle to the top. I don't know if that's going to work either. Let's just try weaving in and out. I probably should stop the video here and go look for a video to have someone show me how they're doing this. Oh my goodness. Just weave in and out. Okay, then I come back up here in this hole. Why am I having trouble? I don't want to catch the thread. There we go. Okay, I need to get this, keep this a little bit longer so I can knot it. Oh my, hello. There, okay. If I go down here, up here, down here, up there. Okay, there we go. Then we skip over one. I think I figured it out. Skip over the middle, come up on the bottom. If I can, there it is, the bottom one. Come up on the bottom. Come up on the bottom. Goodness, I'm having a bit of a time with this, aren't I? Down here on this one. Okay. Okay, and then come up in the middle. Come up in the middle. is. Now where's the, let's put it on the other side of that. There we go. Okay. They're all pretty snug. That actually does give it a little, oh, it's a bit loose. Oh. Gives it a more snug. Now, there are different ways to do the knot. Some people say do twice over, like a surgical knot, I guess. Some people say flip it once over one way and then do it the opposite way when you go back. I don't know. However you're comfortable doing your knots to sew it in, to secure it, you do them your way. That's what I have to say about that. Let me get my little, see this here, the bits of fabric, the cover. I want to cut those down because when I was doing this stitching, I was having trouble with those. So there. Now that's in. Now I can leave this as is, and see, this is where, you know, this is white, white, white. I could have used a different color thread to add a little bit more visual interest to this. And I'm going to just leave these to dangle for now because I might want to, you know, put something on them, put charms or something. Cut that piece of thread. Okay, so that's one signature in. Make sure, oh, I just burnt my hand doing that. Make sure the pages are all, well, this side, because this is where the threading is. Make sure we can open them. You want to do this, you want to make sure that, and use the, I know all my stuff is hidden, my piles of stuff here on my desk, my bone folder. Just work on the creases a little bit to make sure that it's gonna, the pages are gonna turn easily. All right. There we go. Here we get to the back of the signature, and maybe they're not going as easily. But there's the first signature in. Now time for the second signature. And of course we want to make sure that we're putting them all in the same way, the right way up, top and the bottom, all that good stuff. Where's that string that I cut? Where's my thread? I know I cut 2 pieces of thread. Oh, here it is on my lap. That's a good place for it, I suppose. Okay, now we figured it out, the first signature, so this one should go in a lot quicker than the first one did. Excuse me. Okay, the thing is, when we're doing 5, we did it in the middle, right? We did it in the middle. We're doing 5 holes instead of 3 holes. We have to make sure that we pull it taut each time we go. So we were just weaving in and out. So here's the hole. There it is. Push this one down. Okay. Okay, we want to make sure that's snug as we go. See, this one is loose. So let me, that first one. Don't want to go through the thread. Okay, make sure that's snug. Then did I go down or did I skip through? See, I don't remember. Let me go and take a look. I went over it this way. Okay. And then I went up through the bottom. Why don't I just go through there? Down through this one. Tail's getting caught, pulling them taut as we go. And up through the center again. Perfect. Okay. Let's pull this through. Get the needle off. And make sure everything's nice and snug. Let's check the back. Okay. So, right over left, wrap it once, wrap it twice. So this is now, that's what I just did. So I should be doing it the opposite way. Ugh. Okay, and the signatures are in, I hope. They do not look evenly spaced on the outside. I guess I'm gonna have to work on that template a little bit. No one's gonna see them on the outside anyway, because as I said, I am going to cover it with some lace, I think. Let's make sure we can have ease of movement with our pages. Now this is where they're stitched down, so we see the 3 stitches, but we don't see the top 2 because they're on the other side of that sewing line. So we will have to, we'll have to work on that too a little bit, won't I? Okay, fold it this way. Jobs are. Give it a little bit of added interest. And folding this open to make sure that it is open. Perfect. Now, I do leave a space between the signatures because as we start working on the pages, it's going to grow and grow and grow, and you need that space. And what I normally do is I will glue down a ribbon as a bookmark. So why don't we take a look and see about what kind of ribbon we want to put in there. And the first thing I'm being drawn to is this purple lilac colored grosgrain ribbon, which, let's see if it's gonna, which is a perfect size. So let's do 1 and 2 and a little bit. And let's glue that in. And that way we can have the base done. And then in our next video is when we will start decorating it. And I use rubber bands to secure my ribbon spools. That way I don't have ribbon coming at me all over the place when I go into that drawer. So, and I will use some, where'd it go? Some of my 3-in-1. I had another bottle over here. I wonder if the cat got in the room last night and started playing with things, which is certainly what she does. So we're just going to some, and again with my little squigglies. 3 and 1, kind of spread it out. All right, I'm not squeezing anymore. Now I'm just using the tip to kind of spread it out. Okay. And we will just place this in there. And it fits very nicely between the two signatures. And because I used the 3 and 1 all the way down to the edge, although let me just double check that. Oop, there's a missing space there. It will not fray. It will hold it in place and prevent it from doing something like that, from fraying. Just let me make sure I have it down on the edge. Use my finger tool there to clean off that excess. And there we go. Now I'm covered in glue. It's not a good day unless I'm covered in glue. Isn't that right? Let me trim this down. And voila! So now we have the basic frame of our journal. And it is going to be so pretty. I might have to keep this one for myself. Get rid of the excess there. There we go. And a bookmark. Fold that back in for now. And here we have the basis of our journal. Now remember when I said that I had a couple of other flowers that I fussy cut out to place on the inside covers, inside of the covers. What did I do with them? Here they are. This one is a half one, which what we can do with this one is use it as a, that's the way the flower is going. Glue it in and use it as a side tuck or even as a corner tuck. Just change the shape of it a little bit. And that would be fun. We'll do something with that. But if I wanted one for the, is this the same flower? No. If I want one for the back, I'll have to make another one for the back. So, and this does have the heat and bond on the back of it, although I glued it down, and so I had to tear it back up again. I glued it down and tore it up on something else. So I think that would be very pretty right there. So why don't we do that while we're here? I will use the Fabri-Tac on this. Kind of squeeze it out and mash it about. Squeeze it out and mash it about. Sounds like a song. Square dance, right? Or the, what's that other song? The Hokey Pokey. Your right foot in and your right foot out. Squeeze it out and mash it about. All right, so I have really good coverage on the back of this now. And now I'm sticking to everything. So, and I will definitely end the video after we do this because I'm going to need to go wash my hands and get all this glue off. Although I think what I also want to do here is once I put this in, is use the liquid pearls like we did on the cover and outline it. That'll also seal the edges, the raw edges of the flower. So use my hand tool here. Make sure it's all right. See, my hands are covered in glue. Look at my fingers. Rub them together just like rubber cement. It balls up and comes off. So we will end this video here. How long has it been? Oh, half an hour. That's a good time to end. And our next video, we will start decorating the pages. What I am going to do off camera is I am going to outline this with the liquid pearls. Thanks for coming by.